The 99. The 99. The 99.
All right, let's do the 9 at 9 here. Number 9, let's start off with a little game here called What Are These Things?
Oh, all right. That's a flask.
I was going to say a flask, too.
Okay. These are vinaigrettes.
Sniffs. Oh.
They're called vinaigrettes, not like the salad dressing. Vinaigrettes were containers used to hold smelling salts and aromatic vinegar. Because hundreds of years ago, women would carry them around and wear them on their neck to cover up unpleasant smells.
Oh.
They were sometimes worn around the neck, especially during the Black Death.
Sure.
Because of plague, you know, mass illness can smell pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm told.
Can freshen you up a little bit.
I'm told.
Allegations are.
Yeah.
All right. Number 8, do you fall in love too fast? You might be an emophiliac. It's a term coined by a psychologist to describe a person who wants to be in love. They always feel like the need to rush into something due to loneliness or anxiety. They like the rush of it all. But people with high hemophilia tend to be unfaithful. They tend to have more partners, take more risks, and have more unprotected sex.
Oh, mercy.
Read more about it in Frontiers in Psychology. It is an excellent fall read that we all enjoy here at WGN.
Yeah, right. Look how happy she is.
She's very
Knocked out of the
excited.
park with that B-roll.
Hemophiliac. Yeah, that was.
The B-roll.
Gotta be a little careful with the B-roll on that one.
You do.
It's good. All right, number 7. More of this, people taking classic album covers and then they dress up and stage what would have been in the area outside of the album photo cover. Here it is.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Are you following this?
Those Tracy Chapman, right?
Nirvana's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is great. This is some sharks there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Johnny Cash. There's the Biebs. Yep, getting arrested. Okay, Madonna, just, you know, in her Chevy.
Yeah.
David Bowie.
These are pretty good.
It is really, it's very creative. Oh,
All right.
Want to see more of those? This is good.
Yep.
Number 6, why do we sometimes refer to the time of the Kennedy presidency as Camelot? Camelot, of course, refers to King Arthur and the folk heroes of medieval literature. And the name came actually from the former First Lady, Jacqueline Kennedy. Shortly after JFK was assassinated, Mrs. Kennedy did an interview with Life magazine, and she said that it was helpful to remember that Jack was a sick little boy. He spent so much time in bed reading history, and that he really loved Knights of the Round Table. So she said for Jack, history was full of heroes. She also described how the president liked to listen to records before bed. And one of his favorite, the popular musical Camelot. It had a song with the lines that he loved, "Don't let it be forgot, that once there was a spot for one brief shining moment known as Camelot." I was going to sing it, but
I know,
we already had the
waiting
music
for
in.
that. It's too bad.
And
Interesting. I didn't know
Camelot?
that.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, good musical.
All right, number 5. BuzzFeed has a pretty good list of overrated foods. This is the stuff they think people pretend to enjoy but really don't. BuzzFeed has a pretty good list. Here are just a few of the best ones, like licorice, which some people claim is like chewing on bland window sealant, or foods with gold flakes on top, which many say is a long way to go and a high price to pay to look tacky on your Insta page. And olives. Someone called them the devil's grapes because they look like they'd be refreshing and delicious, but then they're lying to you. One bite, you'll know that they're pure garbage, is what somebody says there.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I can't stand olives.
You're not an olive person?
Not an
The
olive
only
person.
thing.
I'm not
Except
opposed.
for there's one type of olive, I'm going to get the name wrong. I think it's called like Castelvetrano olives. You know what I'm talking about? They're like bright green.
No, those sound fancy.
Yeah.
They are amazing.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if I
What
got the
makes them
name
good?
right. I don't know. They taste like, they taste more buttery,
Yeah.
but they're like bright green, like very bright green. Yeah.
Wow.
Give them
I'll
a try.
keep my eyes open for one.
See if I can find
Someone
it
at
in
home
Joel
knows what
somewhere.
I'm talking about.
Sure, yeah.
Number 4, there's no middle ground when it comes to clowns. You either love them or you're terrified of them.
Yeah.
The creepy clown stereotype dates back to the medieval era. Court jesters were known for scary costumes and masks, and they were more mischievous than funny. Over the years, especially in the 20th century, clowns added layers of makeup. Psychologists say the makeup makes it difficult for people to read their facial expressions, which can cause a sense of uneasiness. Movies of the 70s, 80s, and 90s did not help the whole clown image.
Neither did John Wayne
there's
Gacy.
another, local more, Stephen King's It, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and Poltergeist only made people more scared of clowns. There's a clown in Poltergeist? I didn't know that.
I don't remember the clown in Poltergeist.
Yeah. Either way.
We should text Morgan about that.
I know,
she's the expert.
our resident expert on
Paul certainly
Poltergeist.
wouldn't know, but
Yeah, me on that one.
yeah.
All right, number 3, pineapple skin is tough. As you can see in this video, it stands up to molten hot iron balls.
Wow.
How? Well, first, pineapple skin is moist inside, so when heat is applied, there's kind of an insulating vapor that forms a barrier. Also, pineapples are full of enzymes that protect it from extreme heat. So there you are.
You know when you see people chopping up the pineapple, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, it looks like they
that
just have a
easy?
really
Technique to it
sharp
somewhere.
Yeah, you
knife
need
or
like a
something.
machete.
Yeah,
But
I've
that
seen
is-
that also.
That is
How do they
tough.
do it? Oh, that was really fun. I feel like we learned a lot just on that story alone.
We did. But there's more.
Oh, that's
There's
amazing.
more.
That's
We're
why
at number
we do
2
9.
here. You know the song, you know the actual meaning of the lyrics to Macarena.
Bala tu cuerpo, alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo pa' dar la alegría y cosas buenas. Bala tu cuerpo, alegría, Macarena, Macarena.
I would think I would know what they mean, but I do not
Oh,
here. So
song.
let me help you out here. The lyrics include, "Give your body joy, Macarena." Here's some more translation. Because your body is meant to be given joy and good things. Give your body joy, Macarena. Hey, Macarena. So it's about a young woman named Macarena who cheats on her boyfriend with 2 of his friends while he's being drafted into
2
the
of
army.
his friends?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Right.
While he was drafted in the army?
Right. So
Wow.
he was. Right.
Well, it sounds so
You can't be-
celebratory, doesn't
yeah,
it?
and I know, and I don't know how to been singing so happily.
Wow.
Yeah.
Poor fella.
Jeez. It's not very nice of her.
No. Well, I did not know that. Okay. Changes it
No
all.
idea.
Yeah, it sure does.
Remember that song was everywhere though. Late
Yeah.
90s.
Oh, man, the dancing,
Every spring
yeah.
break. They just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still makes its way around.
Yeah.
You see it.
Austin
Sounds like,
Powers
yeah.
or Dr. Evil had
Sure.
a good Macarena, right?
Number 1, British actress Maggie Smith died last week at the age of 89. And people have been enjoying different montages of her great lines from Downton Abbey, and here is one of them.
I'm so looking forward to seeing your mother again. When I'm with her, I'm reminded of the virtues of the English.
But isn't she American?
Exactly. Is it an Irish tradition?
What? She means not changing.
Of course it isn't, Granny.
It might have been. You don't change on the first night of a voyage.
Hello, Mama. Can I tempt you to one of these new cocktails?
I don't think so. They look too exciting for so early in the evening, don't you think so, Cos?
Better avoided, my lady.
Why do we never see him?
Oh, Harold hates to leave America.
Curious. He hates to leave America. I should hate to go there.
We can't just give up.
Certainly not. Oh, do you think I might have a drink? Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were a waiter. I really think you should go to bed. No bride wants to look tired at her wedding. It either means she's anxious or been up to no good.
I won't sleep a wink. Tonight or tomorrow?
Simple vulgarity is no substitute for wit.
Well, you started it.
There must be something you can put your mind to.
Like what? Gardening?
Well, no, you can't be as desperate as that.
Yes, let's hear how a woman's place is in the home.
I do think a woman's place is eventually in the home, but I see no harm in her having some fun before she gets there.
Oh, Granny, thank you.
They do say there's a wild man in...
Maggie Smith. Wow.
I know you
Popular
love
show.
Downton Abbey.
Popular
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Robin
Really
loves
great
some Downton
show.
Abbey.
It's a
It looks
great
like a knee
show.
slapper. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one there. All right, well, that was the 9 and
Yeah,
9.
I enjoyed that.